All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Raven Johnson. I'm creating this video to show you about a little project that I made called Netflix Navigator. This was my attempt at learning something about data analytics and working with large CSV files and being able to prepare questions and answer them through the CSV and through this program. Let's see here. So this was just an easy way to practice real-world data exploration using Python and Pandas. I wanted to work with this data set with Netflix because it had interesting patterns, and it's perfect just because it includes a lot of data as far as countries, genres, actors, so forth. So this is kind of my project files over here. There's really only just my project itself, the navigator, and then my README and the CSV that I pulled from. So here's the CSV. It is ginormous. Netflix has like a ton of different content in there. So anyways, so this was a lot of fun for me to work with just because there's a lot to pull from. And I could try different things, and I had a couple of questions that I wanted to answer. So I started out with 2, and then I just kind of kept adding some just because I wanted to know more and more and try other things out. So this is my README. My README just kind of includes a little bit about why I did it, some of the websites that really helped me. I guess I can show you the preview here. The questions that I had, the results from it, some of the websites that helped, and so forth. So let's dive into my program here. Okay, so at the top, obviously, we imported pandas. And then in here, we wanted to load the data set. This section loads the data set into the pandas data frame so that then we can work with it. I tried to do a little bit of data cleaning and preparation. I had to work with a couple of AIs trying to understand how to best do this. And this is kind of what I came up with. It was just that the data itself was a little messy. And so some of the AIs recommended cleaning it up and trying to extract like primary countries if there's multiple listed, or just things like that to try to generalize and normalize the lists and making it all synchronous. So that's what we did there. Question number 1, you can see these questions here on the side. But question number 1 was, which countries produce the most Netflix content? And you can see what I did there. I won't go through this each by each, but basically I just look for, I went to the CSV values and then found how they named them. And then I was able to just reference those and then have it listed out. Question 2, what is the average release year? Question 3, what are the top 10 most common genres? And question 4, just for fun, I wanted to see how many Netflix titles had Adam Sandler. And that's it. And then I printed this little thing at the end just so that it would give us a nice little summary. So let's close these out. And let's give this a quick run. Okay, so let me make this a little bit bigger. If we scroll to the top, you can see I loaded the data set. Just wanted to make sure that that actually ran. And then each of these sections I made is each question. So for example, number 1, what was the content by country? United States is in the lead. I also looked into this unknown number. There would be a way to clean it up a little bit more, but apparently there's a lot of titles on Netflix that just don't have a country code tied to it. I didn't realize that. So I worked with a couple of different AIs and did some research on how to fix that, but just didn't get around to fixing that. So that would definitely be something that I could make better for the next time, or polishing up this program later. But you can see United States is in the lead with India and the UK and Canada behind. The average release year, it was just a float. This was through Pandas, obviously, and so the movies was 2013 and the TV shows was 2016. Genres, there's a whole bunch of different genres. I was surprised to see that most of them are international or dramas. I would have thought that it would have been action and adventure or I don't know, TV dramas or things like that, or even romantic. I was surprised to see that those were so low. And then Adam Sandler, they only had 20 of them. And then it lists them out here of the ones that they had. So that is my program. It was super easy, super basic. Just took a little bit of time to understand the how to reference everything properly and how to get it to work in the CSV value with all of this data over here. But it was a lot of fun to work with and to kind of figure things out. This was my first attempt at it to actually dive into data analysis at all. So it was a lot of fun. But that is my program, Netflix Navigator. Thank you.